welcome the viewers. You'll still watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session, live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Gramay, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Messages of congratulations. Ambassador Alam Tsahaye presents credentials. China and Africa trade reached a record of $295.6 billion in 2024. And Egyptian President and Pakistani Prime Minister discuss India-Pakistan ceasefire and Gaza crisis over phone. And our detailed domestic news. Leaders of the People's Republic of China, Kingdom of Bahrain, and the Vatican have sent messages of congratulations to the people and government of Eritrea on the occasion of the 34th Independence Day anniversary. President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China, King Hamad bin Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa of Bahrain, and Pope Leo XIV of the Vatican conveyed their best wishes for good health to President Isaias Afwerki, as well as peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. The leaders also expressed their country's readiness to further develop and strengthen bilateral relations for the mutual benefit of their nations in Eritrea. President Xi Jinping stated that over the past year, the Eritrean people, under the leadership of President Isaias Afwerki, have adhered to an independent path of development and continued to make notable progress in national economic and social development, as well as in improving the people's livelihoods. He further noted that China and Eritrea have maintained close high-level exchanges, fruitful practical cooperation, and active coordination on international and regional issues. In other news, Ambassador Alam Tsahaye, Eritrea's ambassador to India, has presented his credentials to Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah of the state of Brunei Darussalam as Eritrea's non-resident ambassador to that country. At the ceremony held on 17th May, Ambassador Alam conveyed a message of goodwill from President Isaias Afwerki to Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah and the people of Brunei Darussalam, expressing Eritrea's commitment to strengthening bilateral relations between the two nations. Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah expressed his country's readiness to enhance cooperation with Eritrea across all sectors and wished Ambassador Alam a successful tenure. In other news, Eritrean nationals in Germany, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and the United States have celebrated the 34th Independence Day anniversary with patriotic zeal under the theme Our Cohesion, Our Armor. The celebrations in the German cities of Nuremberg, Stuttgart, Heidelberg, Freiburg, and Mönchengladbach featured cultural and artistic programs in which many nationals, including children, actively participated. At the events in Nuremberg, Stuttgart, and Freiburg, Mr. Johannes Waldu, chargé d'affaires at the Eritrean Embassy, Mr. Kibra Abtakhasta, Eritrea's Consul General in Frankfurt, and Mr. Ta'ama Haile, Head of Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, delivered briefings on the deep significance Independence Day holds in the hearts and minds of Eritrean people. Similarly, nationals in the Italian cities of Rome, Catania, and Pisa celebrated the 34th Independence Day anniversary on 18th May, featuring cultural and artistic presentations. At the event in Rome, Mr. Fsahatzion Petros, Eritrea's ambassador to Italy, provided a briefing on the current situation in Eritrea and the important role of diaspora nationals in national affairs. According to reports, Independence Day celebrations will continue in various Italian cities from 25th May to 1st June. The Eritrean community in Harrisburg, United States, also celebrated the occasion on 17th May with various programs. Nationals in several cities across southern Saudi Arabia similarly marked the 34th Independence Day anniversary with enthusiasm. The events featured diverse cultural and artistic performances that portrayed the Eritrean people's unity in diversity. Dear viewers, do stay tuned for our international news right after this short break. Welcome back. China has remained Africa's largest trading partner for 16 consecutive years, with bilateral trade reaching a record $295.6 billion in 2024, as announced by an official from the Ministry of Commerce today. In 2024, the trade volume between China and Africa rising 4.8% year-on-year and setting a new record for the fourth consecutive year. Specifically, China's import from Africa reached $116.8 billion, up 6.9%, while its exports to Africa stood at $178.8 billion, increasing 3.5%. Tang noted that Chinese enterprises in recent years have significantly enhanced their development and investment activities in various economic and trade zones across Africa. That has facilitated industrial chain collaboration between China and Africa. In other news, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi yesterday underscored the importance of preserving the ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan during a phone call with Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, according to a statement from the Egyptian presidency. During the talks, Sisi highlighted the need to find lasting political solutions to the crisis between India and Pakistan to ensure the security and stability of the South Asian region, according to the statement. They also addressed regional issues, most notably the ongoing crisis in Gaza, stressing the urgent need for a ceasefire and the unimpeded delivery of humanitarian aid. Both sides reaffirmed their support for the plan for Gaza's reconstruction, which may cost us more than $50 billion, according to United Nations data, and called for its immediate implementation to alleviate the humanitarian crisis. Now, our today last news, British inflation surged by more than expected in April, according in areas watched closely by the Bank of England, according to figures published today that are likely to keep the central bank on its path of gradual interest rate cuts. The annual rate of consumer price growth leaped to 3.5% in April, from 2.6% in March, the Office for National Statistics said. The highest reading since January 2024 and the largest increase in the rate since 2022 when inflation was rocketing. A Reuters poll of economists had pointed to a reading of 3.3% in April, while the Bank of England earlier this month projected inflation of 3.4%. The data are likely to further diminish expectations in financial markets that interest rates will be cut more than once by the end of 2025. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Messages of congratulations. Ambassador Alam Tsahaye presents credentials. China and Africa trade reached a record of $295.6 billion in 2024. And Egyptian President and Pakistani Prime Minister discussed India-Pakistani ceasefire and Gaza crisis over phone. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed night.